Yeah. If I'm preparing an opera, the conductor's role is actually quite varied. It starts where you get the conductor together with the singers, and there's a pianist who's playing the orchestral part, and you work musically, sometimes 2, 3, it can be much as a week, depending on what piece you're preparing. So that's where it starts, with the musical side. Then it's usually about a period of a month where the singers are working in the studio with a director who's putting the production together, so stage movements and that. And the conductor is there usually all the time, with a pianist playing the piano part, the orchestral part on the piano. And that lasts for about a month. So you do musical work and stage work at the same time. And then the orchestra comes into play. Lots of musicians will make up their mind about a conductor, whether they like the conductor, whether they think he's any good, in the first minute or something. So the way you are on the podium, the way you greet people, the way you are in everyday life, really, is what comes across to people. And they will either think, oh, yes, I don't mind working with this person for the next week or whatever, or they think, oh dear. Most of it is a psychological awareness of what's going on and how you can get people to be on your side and how you can get people to get the best out of somebody. Depending on the repertoire that you're playing, there will be composers, for instance, a Mozart or a Haydn especially, who wrote very little in their scores. Haydn, practically nothing, because he was playing all the time with the same musicians. He didn't need to write things in because they knew, if he wrote a certain passage, how he would like it to be done. And he didn't have time. Mozart, it's slightly different because he was working with different ensembles all throughout Europe. So he has few more markings in his parts. And actually, if you look at them, there are a lot of very detailed markings. And you go from there up until the modern day, where practically every instrument has nuances of all sorts marked in the scores. Sometimes the more markings there are, the more open to interpretation it is. In the end, however much preparation you've done, and however many markings there are in the score, the only thing that really is going to make the performance work or not is if the conductor is using his ears and making the instrumentalists use their ears. Our job as a conductor is to try and make people feel the vibrations of perhaps what a Mozart did feel back then, his sound world. And we do it because we love it.